This might be the most underrated credit card that American Express has to offer. And in the wise words of a frog with a hand up its butt, it's not easy being green.
Hey, come on, guys. No heckling. I mean, I'm not even out here to tell jokes.
Have you ever been?
I'm going to be honest with you. I hadn't really given the Amex green card much of a look because, well, it's green. I mean, it's kind of a turn-off color. I mean, who really likes the color green?
Is that a serious question?
Sorry, Piggy. Anyway, but honestly, that is why I never really gave it a look. I also, when I did kind of glance over it, I just saw a bunch of 3Xs and I was like, 3X isn't that much. But it's what it gets 3X on that I think is important. And I'm going to make the case that if you have any American Express cards at all, you should also have the American Express Green. Now, the green card has a sign-up bonus of 40,000 points when you spend $3,000 in 6 months. It has a $150 annual fee. It has no foreign transaction fees. It has access to the travel portal to redeem its points, as well as having access to transfer partners so you can maximize the value of your points. The green card is a charge card. It's not a regular credit card, so you can't hold a balance. I mean, you can, but it'll cost you a fortune because they'll just keep giving you late fees. It's not like you're just paying the interest, you're paying late fees every month. You didn't pay the balance. So don't have a balance on this card. It's meant only just to charge for that month and then pay off at the end of the month. To earn those points, the green card has 3X on travel and 3X on transit. So that includes airfare 3X, doesn't require the portal. Car rentals are 3X, doesn't require the portal. You get 3X on cruises, 3X on dining, US only. 3X on hotels, doesn't require the portal. 3X on parking, 3X on ride sharing, 3X on toll fees, and pretty much anything, buses, subways, ferries, anything transit related, as well as anything travel related. So vacation rentals, tours, campgrounds, the whole shebang. And then you get 1X on everything else. So as I mentioned, it does have access to transfer partners where you can maximize the value of your points. And when you do so, the pointsguys.com website values American Express membership reward points at 2 cents per point. So that's what this button here is for. It basically turns on the point equalizer so that you understand that even though they're giving you 3X points, when you compare those points to other points across all credit card systems, that the value of those points equals 6X for 3X, for example. And you'll see that when we compare to other credit cards later on in the video, that when you equalize the points, it gives you a better sense of what the points that you're earning will be valued at. For the standard benefits, you get a Clear Plus credit. That's $180 per calendar year for Clear Plus membership. You get a $100 Lounge Buddy credit. So any Lounge Buddy purchases in a calendar year, you get up to $100 credit back for that. You get some baggage insurance, trip delay insurance, and then it has also secondary car rental insurance. For the application rules, you got the Amex 110. You can only get one bonus per specific card in a lifetime. I think it's called the 110 because the lifetime is sort of defined by a decade, not really your entire lifetime. Mileage may vary on that. So some people might be able to get it in 10 years. Some people might never be able to get it again. That's the skinny on that one. So the Amex 390, you'll be declined if you apply for a fourth Amex card within 90 days. There is no 524 on Amex, which is amazing. Amex is one of the easier cards to get, in my opinion, just because they don't care if you have a bunch of cards over the last couple years, as long as it's not 3 cards that are Amex in the last 90 days. And then you have the Amex family rule where you'll want to get the green card first before getting the gold, and then you'll want to get the gold before getting the platinum. Otherwise, you don't get the sign-up bonuses going down. So if you get the platinum first, then you won't get the sign-up bonus for the gold or the green. The membership rewards points are valued at 2 cents per point. Unless you try to cash them out for cash, then you're only going to get about 7 cents per point, or you could do gift cards at 1 cent per point, and that's going to vary, I think, depending on the gift card, but you can get 1 cent per point for some gift cards. You cannot transfer to spouses or friends like you can with some other credit card systems. Now, membership reward points transfer out to the following: ANA Mileage Club, Aero Mexico, Aeroplan, Asia Miles, Avios, Choice Privileges Rewards, Emirates, Skywards, Etihad Gas Miles, Flying Blue, Flying Club, Hawaiian Miles, Hilton Honors, Chris Flyer, Life Miles, Marriott Bonvoy, Qantas Frequent Flyer, Sky Miles, and True Blue. Where I tend to use them most is through Avios and through Hilton. I'm not a big Marriott Bonvoy guy yet, maybe in the future, but right now I tend to stick with Hilton and then Avios because American Airlines is my closest hub in DFW. British Airways are in the One World partnership with American Airlines, so a lot of times I can book American Airlines flights out of DFW using the British Airways website. The cards that can earn membership rewards are the American Express Everyday, the American Express Everyday Preferred, American Express Gold, the Green, obviously, the Platinum, the Blue Business Plus, the Business Gold, the Business Green, and the Business Platinum. So any points that you earn on any of these cards can be all combined together. They're actually automatically combined together in the American Express website. They just automatically go into one big pool in your account, and then you can use those to book travel either through the portal or transfer those to any of the partners that you see listed here. So what I generally like to do when I'm scoping out a card is to see how it compares to other cards in categories that it does well in. So the first really big category for the green is the travel category. So I tend to go to the best card, and we'll go to the best card section of the richwithpoints.com website and then click on travel. And then you'll see here the green. Out of all the cards in the entire system, it's like second, third. Like if you don't include business cards, it's second place, and it's not second by a lot. I mean, it's the ultimate rewards points from Chase are valued at 2.05 cents per point, and the American Express membership rewards points are valued at 2 cents per point. So that's the only difference here, is they're valued a little bit higher in Chase than they are in American Express. Otherwise, they'd be tied because they're both earning 3x, and then the value of those are 6.15 and 6x. So it does really well in travel compared to all other cards in the system. The next closest one is also 3x, but the points aren't valued as much, and that's the Wells Fargo Autograph and the Autograph Journey, which are 4.8. The other category it does well is in transit, where again, it is one of the highest ones. So it's ranked third, only to the Attune, which gives 4x on transit, and then the Sapphire again at 3x. Same story there. And then the last one is dining. It does well at 6x with the value, but compared to its brother, the gold, that's definitely the card you're going to use for dining over the green. But if you didn't have the gold, the green is not too bad. I mean, you're only going to get the Savers not offered anymore. And then you've got the Chase cards that are, 6.15 along with the Built 6.15. So, I mean, you're really not doing much worse with the green. The green's definitely technically like third place. Now, if we come over to the wallet setups and just compare the cards that we saw in the best card categories that it does well in, we got the American Express Green versus the Sapphire versus the Attune and the Autograph. I put those together. They're kind of no match, but together they sort of equate to these two cards. And we're just going to quickly scroll down to the calculations. We're going to ignore the first year because it has the sign-up bonus mixed in, but year to year, it doesn't really paint any different picture in their first year than it does in the second year, other than the sign-up bonus is higher. But for the green, we're gonna net a yearly value. Granted, this is using my yearly expenditures, which aren't gonna be the same as your yearly expenditures. So please go to the website, go to the profile, my annual spending, put in your annual spending, and then it will give you the calculations based on what you spend per year. But for me, it was better with the Sapphire than the green. And that includes the annual fee. It takes the annual fee in consideration. So all the spending that it does, and this is without all your other cards in your wallet mixed in, but just to give you a sense of how it does on its own, you know, it's not as good as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, even considering that you have a $550 annual fee with that. And then with the Attune plus the Autograph, it's still better than those two mixed together, and those have 0 annual fee. The case I really want to make is what happens when you mix this in with an American Express setup that you may already have. So we'll come down here to the American Express trifecta. Let's say you have the blue. Some people don't even have the blue, but if you have the blue, and then also mix that in with the American Express quadfecta. So this is this setup basically just with the green included. And why don't we do this? Why don't we see how it also does without the platinum? So we're gonna do basically the trifecta with just the green and not the platinum mixed in. So see how these all do against each other. It kind of doesn't matter what they cover. We've already covered what the spending categories are in the green. What's important is what happens in the yearly calculations. So I'm gonna skip down to the benefits. We're just gonna say, hey, we're not gonna get benefit from the clear credit because we already have the clear credit on the platinum. Otherwise, we have clear credits across the board, so that washes out. And then you've got the pre-check over here where you don't have it over here. So we'll scroll down to the calculations. And so for the first year, I mean, obviously the one with the most cards is gonna be better for the first year because you're gonna get sign-up bonuses. So we'll look at that, but we won't factor that in too much. So this is the one without the green, and then these two have the green, but these two have the platinum, so that's why these two are higher than this one. That's to be expected in the first year when you have the platinum because it has a hellacious sign-up bonus. So we'll go down, but what happens if you go, you know, I'm done with the sign-up bonus year, I'm gonna get rid of the platinum, is it better? Or I'm gonna get rid of the green, or should I add the green in? Does it even make sense to have the green? And so for the year 2, without the green, it's $32.09. With the green, it's $32.83. And then without the platinum, it's $29.98. So for me, at my spending, having the green, I get more value out of it. It definitely is not a detriment. I'm not being penalized by an extra $150 annual fee. I'm actually getting more value out of it, and it also makes it more flexible, you know, because I can use this in other travel things. Like I don't have Airbnbs added to my thing. So, but if I did Airbnb, I'm gonna get way more points for the Airbnb, or if I'm doing camping or whatever, all the buses, trains, like that's gonna be covered on the green that wouldn't be covered otherwise. It'd be 1x otherwise. So my spending doesn't have anything factored in to take advantage of those extra 3x categories, but it gives me the flexibility without penalizing me to have the green, to be able to cover those expenses as they come out, and I'm not being penalized by that. I'm actually making $70+ extra. And then not having the platinum with just the green, I mean, I'm close. Like I don't have the plat. So if I'm not doing a lot of flights and maybe I'm driving for my travel, I'm doing a lot of driving around the country and not airfare, then look how close you are. And if you take those flights away, the benefit from those flights, you're actually probably doing much better not having the platinum and just having the green. My final thoughts on this is I think I've been pretty unfair to the Amex green. I am definitely considering adding it to my wallet. I need to play around with, is it necessary to have the sapphire at the same time as the green? Or if I can get away with just getting rid of the sapphire and keeping the green and what that does with my personal expenses. Let's say the only Chase setup you have is the lower end sapphire preferred trifecta, then the green now starts to make sense because you're only getting 2x on the sapphire preferred travel categories, where you'll get 3x on these Amazons, times 2, that'd be 6x on the value versus 4x on the Chase Sapphire preferred value. And it's only costing you $150, but we've already seen it really doesn't cost you anything if you're using it. But those are just my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you have the green? Are you considering the green, or is green just not your color? In any event, please like and subscribe to the channel. Sign up for the website. It's completely free, and we will see you in the next video.